It's Coach Seal. I'm here with the Coach Seal Show every Thursday at 12:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time, coming to you live right here on Facebook. And we got a juicy one I have a juicy one for you today. And it is a topic that everyone deals with at some point in their life. I mean, literally. So we're going to talk about 8 signs that you are self-sabotaging yourself. I guess I could have said that different. I could have said 8 signs that you're sabotaging yourself, right? I don't know. I decided to just make sure you knew that I was talking to you and myself, because I do it too. And that's why I've become the expert in this area. But here's the deal. I'm not going to just identify how you're sabotaging yourself. I'm actually going to give you some things to fix that. So let me just set myself up here. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you're doing awesome, as always. So, but let's start. Let's get started, because I got like 8. Last week I had 5. Today's 8. So I want to get right into it. So the first sign to know if you are sabotaging yourself is if you do what's important last. Yeah. You know how you have things that you have to do? Yeah, I know. But then you just don't do them. Or you wait till like an obscene time to do it, where you just have no time at all to get it done. That's called sabotaging yourself, right? And so and we do this a lot. It could be doing your taxes. It could be just all types of things. But then you just don't take care of it. And before you know it, it causes all these other issues. And then it just piles up. It becomes a domino effect, right? So why do we do this? I don't know. I honestly, and I'm not gonna pretend like I'm an expert in this area, because I'm not. I'm an expert at sabotaging myself, but I found out a way to fix it. I'll give myself that. But why someone even begins the process of sabotaging themselves, this is just my guess. This is not an expert opinion. I believe it has to do with our limiting beliefs about ourselves. I truly believe when I look at the things that I, don't take care of, or all the other things I'm going to talk about in this list today, it lines up to some limiting belief I may be dealing with within myself. Because I just don't believe, because I know that if I took care of these things, if I did these things I'm going to talk about in this list, I will be successful. I would have the things that I want. I would be able to give more of myself to other people. I would have a greater impact if I did these things on this list. And so the thing that keeps me from doing those things are when I'm dealing with some sort of limiting belief within myself. So that's my kind of foundational why. So let's talk about the fix here. How do you start to get things done, big things done that you need to get done, instead of waiting till the last minute? Well, this is one a lot of people have heard of. It's called Eat the Frog. I remember when I heard this years and years ago, and I'm like, what is Eat the Frog? But it makes perfect sense. It's like, I'm just going to take this. This is my phone holder. You like this? It was a gift, and I still have no idea who gave me. It was like Anyway, so this is the frog, right? And I'm like, well, this is difficult to eat this frog. I know this is not a frog. Okay, I get it. They're like, Coach Steele, that's not a frog. I know. But anyhow, but me trying to eat this thing, this is like, I'm just going to get it over with. I'm just going to just do it, right? That's called Eat the Frog. And when you have big things, big tasks, or things that you need to take care of that you're avoiding, that you're putting off, or you're waiting till the last minute to take care of it, you need to just say, I'm going to eat the frog, right? Okay. I probably should have had a real frog here. Well, not a real one, but like something that looked like a frog. The other thing you can do to overcome this sabotage in holding off to the last minute to take care of the things you need to take care of is break things down into small tasks. I do this all the time. Like when I have things that are really big for me to take care of, really big for me to do, I will break them down into really small tasks. And then I just focus on those things. I actually don't even think about the big thing anymore. I just focus on those little tasks as if it were its own task by itself. So that should help. Now the last thing, I'm actually going to show you a little chart here. I thought it was pretty cool. And it's called the Eisenhower Matrix. And you've probably heard of it, but it's a great way for you to eat the frog, take care of those big tasks that you're putting off to the end, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you that on my screen here. And so if you're looking at the screen right now, it has things broken down. It has everything broken down to a quadrant. And so in the top upper right, you have that quadrant or that square is going to be the things that you're going to do, and then next to that are things that you plan to do, and then number 3 is things that you can delegate to other people, and then 4 are things you just can totally eliminate. And I think this is a really, really great. And so if you look on the sides of the outer part of the this drawing here, it says not important, important, urgent, not urgent. And so that's kind of the way you want to think about that. Let me come back here so you can see me. All right. So, and here, I actually just did this. You probably can't see my paper because it's like really bright. Okay. I just took this. I know my boxes are like, the ones at the bottom are bigger. But anyway, I take this and I'm going to write my to-do list right here. Let's go back to our little example there. You know, so in my upper right corner of my box, I'm going to put all the things I need to do. So those big things. And so what you do is you take that list you already have, because a lot of us already write to-do lists. So that's not the issue. It's just doing the stuff on the list. And so when you go through the list, you really get to figure out what is the stuff that needs to go in number 4. What is the stuff that needs to be eliminated? Okay. So yeah, just get your paper. It doesn't have to be fancy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this 4, this box over there, that's going to be the stuff that you eliminate. Okay. So again, to stop sabotaging yourself in this way by putting things off to the end, things you need to take care of. In fact, if you have something on your list today, yes, that you know that you need to do, I need you to eat the frog. Okay? So maybe it's something that you can't necessarily do today because it's now the afternoon and, you know, was afternoon on the East Coast. You know, if you don't have enough time and you're like, I need the whole day, I need to kind of get an early start to get this thing done, great. Then you eat the frog tomorrow morning. So I want you to either commit to eating the frog today, that thing you're putting off. Maybe you need to get your documents to your accountant, your tax documents. Me. Okay. Maybe you need to finish a homework assignment. Maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to have a meeting with an employee. Whatever you're avoiding doing, but you know you have to do, I want you to commit to eating the frog. Get it done. Get her done. Yeah. All right. So that was number 1. I know that was like really long, but I wanted to get that out. The next thing that we do, number 2, that is us sabotaging ourselves, you know, things that we do to sabotage ourselves, is we skip our morning routine. You know how you have like this perfect day plan in the morning. This routine is going to just make your day perfect. Once you get everything done, you are golden, right? Well, here's the problem. This is why you continue to sabotage yourself in this area, is because you have way too many things on your routine. I mean, you're talking about, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go work out, I'm going to pray, I'm going to read my Bible, I'm going to spend some time with the kids, I'm going to do some yoga, I'm going to read a little bit, I'm going to finish that little project. I mean, you got all of this crap. No, okay, so reading your Bible, praying, that's not crap. But you have all of this stuff that's on you, that's part of your routine, and it's too much, and that's why you never get it done. You have to simplify your routine. So instead of having like 5, 6, 7 things as part of your morning routine that's going to give you this golden day, why don't you limit it to 2 or 3 things that are on your list, and then just figure out when you can do the other things. For example, you know that if you don't work out in the morning, it's not going to get done. That stays on the list. It's not like you're like, you know what? Coach Sil said I have to take some things off my list, so I guess I can't work out anymore. No. And don't you dare say, well, Coach Sil said I don't have enough time to read my Bible. No. So find the things that you know that you have to do it in the morning. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. Leave those things on a list. But a lot of times, there are things that we can do at other times, and it does not need to be a part of our daily routine. And I think that's when you'll feel successful, and that's when you'll stop sabotaging yourself, is when your routine is something that you can actually do. It doesn't seem overwhelming. If you're going to bed the night before and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I got to get up and do this routine, that's setting yourself up for failure. So I want you today to prepare, go through your routine, whatever your routine is, look through it, and you're going to have a new routine in the morning. Bam, voila, sabotaging over. Just that simple. All right. Oh, Sandra, yes. Hey, Sandra. Taxes. So that you're going to eat the frog. So whatever you need to do with your taxes, you take care of either today or tomorrow. Eat the frog. Oh my goodness. I got like 5 frogs I need to eat. But I'm going to start with 1. I don't want to sabotage myself. All right. Number 3. The third thing we do to sabotage or to self-sabotage ourselves is we spend too much time talking about things instead of doing things. So, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Some people have a PhD in talking about stuff. Like they are so smart when it comes to talking about stuff. Like they can talk about everything they're going to do, but not do anything. Yeah. So that needs to change, and that's you sabotaging yourself. So how do we change that? And by the way, this is also part of that limiting belief. When you're constantly talking about something, I mean, really, honestly, listen to yourself. Are you still talking about the same goals you had when you were in high school? I mean, seriously? Okay, when are you going to do something about it? When are you going to stop sabotaging yourself? You know what I'm talking about. You know that thing that you've been saying year after year after year that you were going to do, but you don't do it. You just talk about it. And the problem is you got people that are willing to listen to you. That's your problem. Okay, that's another story. So how do we fix this? So if you're not familiar with this book, it's called The 5-Second Rule. I would suggest getting it by Mel Robbins. Really nice technique onto getting you to do stuff. It's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. You literally count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I guess you don't have to get the book. Well, okay, you can get the book. But that's like that's the technique in the book, is that you just count down, and then when you get to 1, you act. And that's where most of us we're losing it. We don't act. We talk. We may even count. We may even say 5, 4, 3, 2. Whew. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it. Okay, so the key is to make that little trick work is when you hit 1, you move, you act, get some action behind you. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, and the book again is called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, if you want to get the book. Another trick to make sure you stop talking about stuff and start doing stuff, the things that you need to do is you need to have the right accountability. I mean, seriously, I said it just a moment ago. Some of you all have too many people in your life that allow you to just talk about stuff. I mean, I think it's pretty clear now that anyone who talks to me about their weight or their health, I'm going to be talking to them about things they need to do. And I'm not going to listen to them just talk about what they should be doing. I'm going to talk about, you need to go do it. Like, stop talking or just do it. Sounds kind of mean, doesn't it? But some of you all need to hear that, and you don't have people in your life telling you that. You have people in your life that allow you to keep complaining about what you don't have, about what you didn't do, about what you didn't get, about where you're not at. And it's, you get on the phone, it's comfortable. And you go out with them, it's comfortable to talk to them about how you got these extra 40, 50 pounds. Girl, I've been trying to get rid of this weight forever. And your friend is like, girl, I know, I hear you, I feel your pain. Well, that doesn't do anything, or you got the people in your life, I'm taking, I'm on all these medications, and, this is really, I hate taking all of these medications. And your friend is like, oh, I know that has to be hard. I mean, I feel your pain. I don't know. Girl, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can take all those medications like you. Well, that's not going to help you get off the medications, is it? It's time you got people in your life that actually held you accountable. Yes. People, and accountability, I think accountability has become a curse word. And I guess I'm cursing all the time because I say it all the time. Because I see how crucial it is. But, we have these things in our life that we want to do or that we want to accomplish, and we're not getting it done because we have no accountability. We are adults now. We don't have our parents we have to answer to. We can kind of do whatever we want. And so that's how we are able to add on another 10 pounds every year, and nobody says anything. We don't have to account for that or anything. That's how we're able to spend more than what we make, and keep getting credit cards and fall into debt because we have no one. We're adults now. I'm an adult. I can do what I want to do. But that's the problem. And if you want to stop this sabotage, because you're better than that and you deserve better than that. And if you want to stop the sabotage, you need to have someone in your life that's holding you accountable. And I can tell you, it's probably not going to be your friend. Maybe, but most times it's not. Even a really good friend can't really hold you accountable to the degree that you need it. Because in a lot of cases, they're unwilling to tell you the hard things in fear of jeopardizing the relationship. You need somebody who's like, you know what? I don't care if you don't like me. That's me. I'm a coach. And that's what most of you all need. All right? Moving on. I am like way dramatic today. I know. All right, Lakin. Come on. Which one, Lakin, which one are you saying yes to? I don't know which one you're saying yes to. All right, let's move on. The next one. The fourth thing that you are doing that is sabotaging yourself from getting what you want and achieving the things you want is you look for a quick fix. You look for something that's speedy, quick. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Before I lost 50 pounds, what I would do is, most people who know me, they know I don't like to shop, like for clothes or anything. I know you can't tell because like I always have different clothes. That's because when I go shopping, I try to buy a truckload so I don't have to go back for like another year or so. Like that's how much I don't like to shop. So, but anyway, what I would used to do before I lost the weight is I would just buy stuff, like, because I didn't like shopping, so I would just get anything because I waited till the last minute, sabotage myself, and I would just quickly get stuff. Well, it was a quick fix, but what I realized is when I had to go through my closet and get rid of the stuff because it was too big, I had a bunch of stuff that I hated. I hated it. Every time I looked at it, I was not excited about wearing it, and that's because I was looking for a quick fix. So what do I do now? When I go shopping, I won't buy anything that I don't absolutely love. And it's interesting because now I have so much fewer clothes than I've ever had in my life, but I love everything that I have because I'm not looking for a quick fix. Now that's a really amateurish way of looking at it. There's so many other things that we could consider that we're trying to have a quick fix in. We're trying to have a quick fix in our career, right? We don't want to learn the things that we need to learn in order to do the things that we want to do in our career, or starting a business. There's so many things that there's so many ingredients that create a successful business, but we don't want to take the time to learn those things. And so we just throw something together. And hey, I'm all about throwing something against the wall and see if it sticks. But I'm talking about when you know in your heart, you're just looking for a quick fix. You're just looking for something that's gonna, and that's it. Well, that's not gonna really work. So how do we overcome the quick fix? We set real expectations. You need to set a realistic expectation of what you're looking for. So for the example of your career, if you are looking to advance in your career, you need to ask yourself, am I willing to take another course in school? Am I willing to learn this book? Am I willing to get this certification or whatever is necessary? If you're not willing to do that, then don't even go there, because you're setting yourself up for these unrealistic expectations. Hopefully that helps. All right, let's move on. Oh, and another tip is say no. Embrace the word no. N-O. Just say no. Okay? And by the way, if you're hearing beeping, that's because my food is in the oven and it's ready. So my timing was a little off. That's because I'm going a little longer than I normally would go. That's okay. It won't burn. I'll get it. Moving on. So what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 5. The 5th way that we sabotage ourselves is we stop taking care of ourselves. We stop self-care. And I have to be honest, I am terrible at this. It's so funny. Like I went and got my nails done yesterday, and every time I think about getting my nails done, I'm like, to me, it's like somebody is about to pull my eyeballs out. That's how much I don't want to go do it. I know, it's terrible. It's so bad. I just don't like doing it, because to me, it's like I got to spend this hour getting my nails done. I could be doing something else. That's the way my mind is going, right? And actually, I went and I'm like, oh, every time I go, I always feel this way. I'm like, oh, this was so nice. It was nice to get away. And so this whole self-care, the thing that helps me to not sabotage myself in this area is, how you have the rule, especially business owners out there, the rule is to pay yourself first. And I didn't learn this when I first started my business. I did not pay myself first, and I learned the hard way, no, you need to pay yourself first. And I want you to think about self-care in the same way. You need to take care of yourself first. It's just like you've heard it a million times. If you're on a plane, they tell you to put the air mask over your face first before you can help someone else. So imagine your self-care as your air mask. That means if you are taking care of everybody in your house and that leaves 0 time to work out, something's gonna have to go. And I'm not saying the people in your house, but some of their tasks, some of their activities are gonna have to go, because you can't help someone when you have no room of helping yourself. Okay? So I want you to think about that air mask on the airplane. You need air before you can give air. You need to take care of yourself. Okay? And that's how you overcome that self-sabotage, is you pay yourself first. Next. All right, rushing in pace. That is another way we sabotage ourselves. We are rushing. Everything is a huge rush. We have no time. And you know why we do this? We have too many responsibilities. We are taking on and honestly, I remember speaking to this lady. She was telling me her schedule, because we was trying to figure out when she could work out and things. And she was telling me her schedule was literally filled up from morning to night with things she had to do for her kids. And I'm like, that is just crazy. yes, you need to love your kids. You need to take care of your kids. But if you have no, I mean, like she was going crazy because she had no time. And so that's just taking on too many responsibilities. You need to look at your responsibilities. You need to take a step back and you need to really analyze what needs to go and what needs to stay and be honest with yourself. And you're going to feel like this huge relief. Sometimes we have in our mind that there are things that we just have to do. It can't be done by anyone else. We have to be the ones to do it. And that is not the case. And so the key here is to, and I know we're talking about rushing in place, right? But I believe that it comes down to us having too many responsibilities, and the way around that is to get things off of our plate. All right, last one, number 8. We're finally here. The reason why you and me, myself, sabotage ourselves is because we take no breaks. We don't give ourselves a break at all. And I'm going to tell you the solution to this. I call it walk away, step away, sleep away. Let me say it again. Walk away, step away, sleep away. When I feel like I'm just overwhelmed with everything that's going on and I know that I need a break, I either do one of those 3 things. I walk away, I step away, or I sleep away. Let me explain that. You know, if you are overwhelmed, maybe you're overwhelmed at work or something, sometimes you need to just step away from your desk. It's just too much. And honestly, you staying is sabotaging yourself. You staying in that chaos in that moment is sabotaging yourself. So you step away. Let's just say you have, maybe you got this bill, this unexpected bill came in the mail, and you have this huge expense that you were not planning for. It was not part of your budget, and it is just bringing such anxiety. And that's just one example, but there's many things. Let's just put it in the big bowl of things that cause anxiety. This is what I do. When I feel like I am under stress, which I do not like to deal with stress. I deal with it, but I don't like to keep it in my life. So I do everything necessary to get it out. And this is one of the ways I do that, is I sleep away. There is something powerful about just going to sleep. I'm not going to lie. Like, if I just feel so, now granted, you can't just go to sleep at work, but I'm talking about sometimes you need to end your night a little bit earlier. If you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out about something, go to sleep. There is like a passage in the Bible that talks about that, and I can't think of it at this moment, where the answer was like they just went to sleep and then they had the answer. And you're refreshed and you can think clearly, okay? So you either need to walk away, step away, or sleep away. Whenever you're feeling like you just can't get a break, that you're overwhelmed, think of those 3 and use one of those 3. And hopefully that helps you. So that is it. No more self-sabotage. I gave you all a lot of things to do. I'm talking about eating the frog, find somebody to hold you accountable, pay yourself first, get rid of all of those get some of those responsibilities off your list. I told you to make the quadrant with your to-do list. Break those things up in your to-do list and get those things off of your list that don't need to be on there, and take a break. I mean, walk away, step away, or sleep away. Walk away, step away, or sleep away. Yeah. So every time you think about that, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel anxiety come, walk away, step away, or sleep away. That's it. This is Coach Sil. I had fun with you all today. Hopefully you enjoyed this information. Hopefully you apply it. Not hopefully, just do it. Forget about hopefully. Just go do it. Apply these things. I love to hear how you did. And I will see you next week on Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, this is the Coach Sil Show. And oh my goodness, did I miss anybody? Hey Hector, how are you doing? Which one are you going to apply, Hector? Hopefully you got it. If you didn't hear everything, rewind, hear it all. But I'm out because my food is like burning up. It's been beeping for like ever, okay? So, bye.